Good afternoon, this is Jason Ross with the KC Auction Company. Going to do a quick preview video for the art auction we have online right now. A lot of contemporary works, a lot of Kansas City and regional based works. We're going to go walk through the gallery. You'll see some things that are in this auction, but let's go ahead and get started. There are two pieces by James Brinsfield in this auction, 37, and can't see that one right here, but he's become a pretty powerful, important artist. These were bought probably 20, 25 years ago when his prices were still very moderate. Really nice pieces, originals. You don't see those very often in the marketplace, except for one or two galleries in the country. We have a lot of works on paper, like this Carol Huff lithograph up there, pencil side. Nice image. And there's some several collectors in the auction, and you can kind of see who collects what. This is a nice Thomas Nasson etching, signed right here. 1957, just a really crisp image. And there's a couple of pieces by that artist in the auction that we'll get to here going forward. This kind of a fun piece here. Let's go right to this photograph here, though. It's getting a lot of attention. Photography is one of those things that either nobody likes at all or everybody seems to love it. And this seems to fall in everybody loves it category. It's by Julie Blackman, and it's titled Treehouse. And you can see it's kind of a large-sized image, actually. And just a fun backyard image with the kids playing in the treehouse and the tire swing. Just a lot of fun things going on in that piece. The David Ford image is pretty unusual on top. A couple of girls in black masks, pretty unusual and kind of disturbing, but it's kind of interesting nonetheless. This thing is cool and creepy at the same time. Don't know anything about who did it, but they took a necklace, obviously a hat, and a t-shirt and just drowned them in white paint and called it art. So I'm sure someone knows who did that. A couple of contemporary collage. It's interesting. The Gayus drawing is a nice, just well-executed sketch. And here, this is a nice piece here. Stanley Lewis. It's carried in the New York Gallery now. It was from Kansas City area. This is 27th in Indiana is the title of it. And based upon it being here in Kansas City, I'm assuming that's just about a mile south and a little bit east of where we're sitting right now. Let's head this way. Fun contemporary painting by Say Kim. Just a big decorative piece. Nice little Frederick James watercolor of buildings, probably in Mexico. Looks like. I know he traveled there a little bit. This wall has some really nice pieces on it. This is a painting, probably from the '60s. It's signed Ewen, E-W-E-N. The only artist we can find is a Canadian artist. It looks like his work, possibly, but we're not sure of that. We just signed, but interesting little windmill there, or oil bag maybe. Probably the most recognizable piece of the auction is the Rockwell Kent signed mountain climber. It's an iconic image, nice condition, nicely framed, ready for your home and collection, and ready to go forward. Top we have a nice Gertrude Fryman. This one painting is really interesting. It's signed, but we cannot decipher who signed it. Just a really good-looking image, though. Not much else to say about it. Well presented with a nice frame. The row below it is probably three of the better oils in the picture. Two Lisa Grossmans. One's Kaw River and one's Sunset or something along those lines. Earlier works by Lisa, smaller. Most of her works now are larger, so these are nice to fill in size and age of a collection. It's one of the more popular artists in the area right now. We're excited to have two of her originals in the auction. Then the piece between it is a piece by Linnister. From Chicago originally, moved to Kansas City and spent most of his life here working. He painted quite a bit. We sold his estate several years ago. And this piece here did not come through there, but this was painted for the Katz family of Katz Drugstore. Signed on the back. His works are always well appreciated. These two watercolors up here, signed and dated 79, but again, we cannot decipher it. Again, just well done, well executed drawn pieces. This is by David Forrest, I believe is the first name. Forrest is the last name for sure, F-O-R-S. We've had larger works of his before, And this is called Two Tin Plates, I believe. Just kind of interesting landscape. It looks like a outlet to me, but this is one of my favorite pieces in the auction right here. The Paulina Everett Oil downtown airport. Early image of the downtown airport. You rarely see Paulina Everett oil paintings. Seen a lot of drawings of watercolors over the year, but this is right there in the center of the painting. You see the white just ribbon through it. That's the river coming through downtown. Those white buildings on the left are still standing. We're in Kansas City, Kansas. I believe this is a faultless starch building here on the bottom right left. I can't guarantee that, but I think that's the faultless starch building, and then of course the airport right across the river there. Such an iconic area of Kansas City, and just a great early portrait of downtown Kansas City Airport that you just don't see. And we love Kansas City here, and so do artists. Right here we have a Gail Stockwell watercolor of the Kansas City skyline in the distance. Again, another great Kansas City image from the 50s or 60s. Pretty nice. Love this picture on top of it, the signed M. Renfro. I'm not sure who that is, but I love that, just the shapes and feels, the colors. Just a great image. And again, most of these pieces are ready to hang in your house. Really sweet little Danny McMorris oil, quick, like a plein type, pretty nice. Again, a good size, ready to hang in a lot of places. I don't know if you're like us. My wife and I, Stacy, many of you know, we've collected art for a long time, and we love paintings that size. We can find all kinds of places to put them in the house. And you can put 2, 3, or 4 of them in a stack and a narrow spot like that, and really have more art in your home than you maybe should. But there's no problem with that. These are fun. These are all Vasa Mehech pieces, the Lucite. The 6 prisms, I didn't see any of those online, pretty unusual. The blade is a nice image. And the blocks here are pretty cool as well. And then the triangles. We'll talk about the Richard Dubosky real quick. I've got somebody coming in the door. We'll do a second video in just a second. We sold this art several years ago, also right around 2020, in the old building, maybe 2019. Really intriguing artist from the St. Joe area, lived in Paris for years, and all of his works got shipped back to the States in St. Joe, and he passed away. We sold that then. A lot of these things we sold before because our clients are changing homes, changing ideas in our collection and whatnot. Now, we have this big Linnister we have. That's the second Linnister oil in the auction. Style Cowboy. Big piece was displayed in 1976. No, it was painted in 76. Displayed in 1980 at the Kansas City Museum Show. Just a fun, kind of Benton-esque, kind of regionalist painting. A little bit more loose than Linnister's other works, but kind of a fun piece anyway. Let's head over to the far wall here. What you're going to see when you first get there, because it's the largest, most colorful piece in the auction, is the Victor Gum pencil signed piece, nicely framed, ready for your collection. This piece here, I don't know who did it. I think we can find out. But that is the Stowe building in the West Bottoms. That is the corner of the building we were in for years. I'm pretty sure. But I know I'm intimately familiar with that street and location. I looked at that building every day for years. We owned the building across the street from it. Painted on an old street sign. So I said 2 that way, but kind of a fun. My guess is someone just either stole this off of his pole down there in the West Bottoms or found it on the street down there. He's like, oh, I'll just paint the Stowe building on because that's where I got it from. Nice watercolors, interesting pieces. Love the early Gertrude Fryman study. Most studies like this are just a quick study. This is much more defined and has a lot more going on. A lot of emotion and power to that. This painting up here is by Oliver Corbett. It's a Missouri image. I believe it was given as a gift in 55 to electric company worker, I believe. All kinds of information on the back of this. Just a nice, post-impressionistic Missouri school painting. And if you like regional art, that's a really nice piece. This one here is from 1969. Oliver artist information on the back of that, just really cool. The next piece is nice. Dean Mitchell from Kansas City, did work at Hallmark Cards. and has become a really serious, well-recognized, respected artist around the country. We have more contemporary works. We're not sure who did them. We also have 4 paintings by our very own Amy Absher that she has painted over the years that it's just time to clear space in the studio, and it's an opportunity for you to get some really nice pieces from Amy's workshop. She does great work and is sold at the Blue Gallery, right, Amy?
For 20 years now.
You've been saying there as long as you're working for me, which is hard to believe. that all of us are old enough to have to say that out loud and be true. A couple of fun wells down here on the ground. They're both regional. This is Robert Green, artist at KU, on board. Kind of a fun piece. And this one here is Carl Mattern, Showers in Spring, 1967. Has the original label from when he lived in Des Moines. He lived and worked in Kansas as well for quite some time. Initial dated title on the back, initialed on the front. Again, just a fun oil on board. What else do we have here? Oh, this piece here is a fun.
James Trotter.
James Trotter. He is so meticulous and has so much going on in his pieces. I'm being moved out of the way so we can slide by and get all of it. There's so much as that, Biggie and Tupac tombstone in there. The number 3. I mean, all kinds of just really interesting. It kind of reminds me of like a bunch of tattoo examples, completely just overlaid on top of each other on a big piece, and that's a large size for him. Just a fun thing. Over here in the corner, we have a pillow. This is a nice little thing here to watch a bit more. And this is the Wamigo Windmill, colored woodblock. Really good local artist. Up here we have another Thomas Nason painting. Pencil sign piece. More local pieces. We have 2 peregrine honings here in the corner. They're kind of fun. One on a little lunch sack. And over here, I'm going to go ahead and, why don't you walk around the front and I'll bring things to the front of the counter, because it's kind of tricky back here. This piece is it's a George Van Millet, bought directly from the estate from his daughter, the estate of his daughter. Just another nice little oil on board from a well-known regional local artist. A lot of Gertrude Freiman studies and sketches, which she's really well known for. Drawings by Daniel McMorris. Let's see what's underneath here. Just lots of study work. Another Freiman. Just really nice pieces. If you like works on paper, this option is really nice offerings for you. Some 1960s pieces from different artists. This is the Tiffany lamp we just sold. That's being picked up in a day or two from the dealer in Florida. Here's another Whitmore piece. This one is I can't see it's the early Capitol Pawnee. Let's get to you. The stone building at Pawnee on Highway 40 housed the first Kansas territorial legislature only 4 days, and then stood neglected for more than 50 years. So kind of a fun little historical building. There's an interesting piece here. It's Archie Scott Goburn. Took mugshots and made a limited edition piece out of them. He did that quite a little bit. Just fun, interesting type things. Over here on the east-west wall of the gallery, we have a couple of Jürgen Peters signed pieces. The Bull Harbor rug is pretty interesting. Kind of has a Rio rug look to it. Just a really fun image. Is that the right way that that's supposed to hang?
It's on the hooks.
Well, the hooks are put on, right? Interesting. It doesn't matter anyway. Another gown. And then Anton Pinilev.
I have no idea.
Your store works by that artist in the auction too. A couple more things to talk about before we're done. William, why don't you go to your I love this bronze here. Probably an Art Institute piece. Very heavy, very solid, but just really creepy fun. The kind of like an alien mouth in the mouth kind of a deal going on there. But really, really cool. And then this set of photography from the New National Gallery in Berlin with the hard folio. These are all by Mueller, and they're of when they redid the property. He documented it. There's 5 photos here. Just a wonderful set. In the original hard folio case, just really, really nice. We have pieces hanging on the shelves this time because we have so much flats, but Nassim, another good tree priming. This is kind of fun. It's like a Calder-like mobile. No markings, signatures, anything like that. I have no idea who made it. Probably made in the 80s or 90s as a throwback type piece, but just a fun thing. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, post them below. If you want to get the catalog, type in auction. We'll send you the catalog as soon as you see that message. Other than that, have a great day. Happy hunting, good knitting, and we'll see you at the pickup.